through the wire, through the fire. I got so horrible lighting here. There we go. So it's one of these things where I don't think that many people will actually like, you know, hop into right away. I don't go live often. Uh so I'm sure no one's well aware, but that's okay. People can catch it on the replay. Hi, I'm in my little office space that I rent out. I don't know what the lighting looks like, and I'm sure my camera is super trash because I realized today that my laptop is from 2014, so it's about that time to upgrade. I just hate spending money. I really, really hate spending money, which I'm sure a lot of people can relate to. I hate it. But I wanted to go live, man. It's my first time going live. I think so I wanted people to be able to hop in and vehemently disagree or agree with me. Feel free to chime in or leave me comments later on. I'm all with it. I want to talk to you guys about this convo I had in the group chat today with Tony Baker, Keon, Keenan, Brandon Lewis, and DC Urban. I had this conversation on why. Are you? Can you hear? Can you see me? Anisette, what a dope name, Anisette. Anisette, you fancy bastard. Anisette, that's just way too classy. What's your name? Anisette. That's super dope. I'm mad jealous that I'm just Chaz. I want a dope name like that. Hey, what's up, Kid Clip? What's happening from the Yip? you know so I had this conversation with them today about why I purposely go against the status quo. I don't think it's a thing about me purposely going against things or people just to go against things or people. I legit find people and what they value stupid. Like legit. What's up, Kwame? I legit find people and what they value dumb. Like really, really to me, like I was talking about this, like I'm not a big shoe guy, as you guys probably know. I'm not a big shoe guy. I'm gonna show you my fucking. I'll show you guys my fucking dirty Skechers I got on right now. These are my dirty Skechers. I did a gang of shit today in these dirty Skechers. I went to the mall. I went to Target. I went all kind of places in my dirty Skechers because I really, really don't give a shit what somebody says. Somebody was like, yo, what are those? Like, they're fucking shoes, dick. They're shoes, you dick. And then I go on with my life not knowing who this stranger is. Like, that's how much I care what other people think. Why? This person has nothing to do with my life. So I'm not going to go around. And I mind you, I have nice stuff. I have, some dope Nikes. You guys see me some of these Nike shirts, and I don't ever go like super dope like brands because I hate spending money, as I said earlier. So, hey, first off, thank you guys for like being here, and like I appreciate you guys sitting in here for this rant of mine. And feel free, man, just comment away, and I mean, let's talk. Let's have a real chat. And you guys can see why my brain works like this. you know. So for years you grew up. I like the old school Iversons. There's a lot of shoes that I do like. I want to go get some old school Ewings back in the day, and Grant Hill Fields, especially the Grant Hills that I grew up on. I could never get them. I just haven't done it yet, But I like stuff. I just don't ever want someone to make me feel insecure off of what I like or what I'm comfortable with. To me, that's dumb. I listen to someone else say their opinion and then to value and then for their opinion to change how I look at myself or how I feel, to me it's crazy stupid. Like insecurity doesn't make any sense. I'm a chubby bald dude with way too much confidence for my body. I'll be honest. For this body of mine, this confidence is ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Zero sense whatsoever. But I have this innate happiness that I'm so God like blessed, thankful to God that I have. So I don't ever feel like pressure like that. Like I had to live up to this certain thing. So you know I don't want to ever make someone else feel like because they don't have something that I should. And hey, I know a lot of really well-to-do people who have a lot of money, a lot of nice cars, and a lot of nice homes that I've been in and been like, huh, I like some fly shit. Some fly shit around here, But I never go home feeling less than. I never go home feeling like I need to work harder to get that. Like I'm very super blessed. And a lot of because, being in the van, maybe being homeless probably did a lot of that super you know, humility that I have is because of that. But also, I've had less. And I had a lot. I used to work at this clothing store called Man Alive back in Lansing. And Man Alive was like that young urban store, you know what I mean? When you came in, we got all the I had so much Sean John. This is 2003, by the way, 2002, 2003. So I had so much Sean John and Rockaware. I think Outkast had this label Vocal from Nelly. I probably had 50 Cent stuff. I wasn't a big 50 Cent. I don't remember what his clothing line was. I didn't have a lot of shade. Echo. I could never afford the Coogee sweaters. It was just too much. The Coogee sweaters was too much. Too much. The Coogee sweaters, too much money. And it's funny now because, like, thank God, I think those sweaters were like $200-300, and it seemed like a lot of money at the time. Now, I mean, I'm still not paying $200-300 for a fucking sweater, but I could if I wanted to. I just go like, I'm not paying this money for a goddamn sweater. I'm not doing it. Anyways, thus then. So I was having this comment with these guys today about why I do this. So I went into this big long text rant on a big long text rant on I don't care what someone thinks of me if I don't know you. If you're a stranger who I'll most likely never see again, your opinion means absolutely nothing. Your thoughts, whatever you think at home, how you love your family, none of it means anything to me. I don't care. My personal friends and family, you can roast me. You guys, if you watch Daddy Issues, you've seen I laugh the hardest at getting roasted. I enjoy generally being roasted by people who care about me or like more. Even sometimes when it's just like a good friendly roast session, I'm a big fan of it. So I don't ever get sensitive about stuff, but like, when I see people and they make fun of other people for their shoes or they make fun of people for their clothes, like that irks the shit. I'm like, who the fuck do you think you are to have an opinion on somebody else's shit? Like I can't stand. I detest it. It makes me. I was gonna say vehemently again. That's a word I like. Vehement. I can never say it right the first time. I gotta fucking sound it. A vehement. There's an H in there for no reason. Vehemently. Ve- Vehement. I'm very tired, guys. Excuse me. So, anyways, um, and I wanted to talk about it, man. I wanted to really just like unpack a lot of it. It's never from bullying. I was never bullied. I was never made fun of for not having stuff. It didn't come from that. It really just became more and more of like the older I got, the more I just stopped caring, and it really freed me. I feel like the less I can, the more secure I felt, the more freedom I felt for being me, 100%. And I can walk around in sweatpants. I can walk around in, from what the homies used to call slave boot shoes, slave shoes to, or I think they used to call them the civil rights shoes or whatever it was, to horses or whatever it is, because it all feels the same to me. I don't feel better wearing a pair of shoes than I would now if it made me feel good. Then that would be different. I had this H3 Hummer before I messed it up. I had this H3 Hummer. I loved that vehicle. I loved it. It made me feel. I used to go outside. I look at I hop in. I felt great. So that's different. But also, I have a GMC something now, not big, but I look at that car. It's relatively new, and I feel great. Do I feel as great as I did in the Hummer? Like, nah, I don't feel as great. Do I love it though? I super appreciate it and I love it, yo. You and Lack dropping another show this week. We are dropping another show this week. Kid Clips is coming out. I think probably tonight. Probably the same uncut hours as BT uncut hours as you posted before. I'm having trouble loading it up though, so I gotta figure that out. I think it's just because my laptop is old and it's time to get a new one. But I'm trying to be cheap, or I'm trying to convince my wife to buy it for me for Christmas. You know what I mean? I'm hoping that I text her. Yeah, I literally texted. I was like, "Hey, man, I think I finally need a new laptop." She's like, "I've been trying to get you to go." So the one I need though ain't cheap, so I doubt she's gonna want to pay. She's gonna want to pay for it. Thank you, kid, because I appreciate it. It's hilarious. I appreciate that, bro. Yeah, I think this next episode, me and Dion, we definitely were silly. Of course, we get silly. Dion's daughter Cadence, she hops on and makes a cameo, so super dope. She talks a couple times, super dope. And we got a little deeper, man, about parenting, and we have some deep moments in there where we really just kind of talk openly and honestly. As me and Dion are both really candid people, and we don't mind sharing some things that. And I mean, you guys, if you ever want to ask me a question, I'm more than likely gonna answer it, unless it's about my wife's vagina. And depending on if it's funny, I'll probably answer it. If it's a hilarious question, you might get an answer. But I'm not one to ever be like, oh, I don't want to talk about this. I don't want to talk about that. I think those hard conversations, those tough things to talk about are really, really healthy. And I've seen in relationships, man, like a few really tough combos lead to a lot of peace later on between, family, friends, and all that good stuff. So, I'm never afraid to have a good, tough conversation, looking inside yourself. I do that a lot. Oh, one more thing I want to talk about. If you guys haven't checked it out, I might start doing this, man. I might start doing these. I read a lot of these. I read a lot of books, and I listen to a lot of books. I do audio because who does this? Four score and 7 years ago. I'm not fucking reading a book. What am I? Fucking eight and have to do a report? I'm not doing that. I do a lot of I do a lot of audio, but I don't know how people sit down and read. Kudos. If you can sit down and read, kudos to you. I cannot sit down in one place for a period of time and read. I can scroll my ass off. We doing this shit all day, but the sound and for a book, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Even the e-reader, I'm not doing that. I still lick my finger with the e-reader. I'm not doing that. I don't do it. But I was reading Will's book, man, Will Smith's book. One of the things I really, really like about Will Smith's book is that I think there's a lot of genuine honesty in there and some hard shit that he really faces himself. It's funny to see somebody who you hear some of these stories back in the day, and it's funny to see somebody who's now 50 reliving 20 and like powerful and rich and successful at 20. It's like really, really interesting to see Will's book um, and how he reflects on what he was doing. About shoes, it's a nuanced. So I'm reading this from Kwame Oro. About shoes, it's a nuanced convo. I grew up in Ghana from a middle income family. I was going to ask if you're African. Only because of Aurora. I can't say her name, but that was Storm's real name in X-Men, Aurora. So your Oro, maybe think of that. Anyway, grew up in Ghana, middle of income family. Most folks were lucky to have robust shoe. Yeah, man. But in America, there are shoes for days, making it more accessible. Yeah. Yeah, and that's one thing too. I haven't traveled a lot outside of the country. I really, really want to. I just got a passport. I'm 36, and I just got a passport. So I know it's a damn shame. I know it's a damn shame. But I just got a passport, and I haven't used it yet. I can't wait to get a first stamp. But and it's something I really want to show my daughter. I want to go out to other countries because there's American poor, and then there's like third world poor. And when I was homeless, when I was homeless in Los Angeles, I got a chance to really see the life, right? So when we would go places like there's a whole community of homeless or unhoused, if you will. But what they did is there was different places that you can go eat, and there's different places where people would give you stuff, and they would have like a little schedule, and they would be like, "Yo, over here we go for breakfast, and over here we go for lunch, and over here we go for dinner, and you can go get a shelter if you got there early enough." And that was really crazy to me that you had these options to eat all day, every single day, because of the kindness of people, right? And I didn't ever get into any programs because my homelessness was very temporary. Mine was chosen for the most part. I could have always went back home to Michigan, but I knew if I toughed it out, something greater would come, right? So I'm not saying voluntarily go be homeless. I'm just saying I felt God talking to me through that whole time, and He wanted to see if I wanted it and if I was struggling to do it. Which He's still testing me. It hasn't ended yet. The test goes on. But anyways, when I started talking to people I know from different countries, and I hear what poor is and what having without is, and that was the majority of people. That's insane. That most people have not a lot at all. Most people don't have much. So I was very blessed to even think about that. When something is in common, makes for easy roast. People most things that are common usually, I think. True that, Kwame. Odo, true that. What's up, Tanya? Love you on See My Society. Well, thank you. See My Society will come back. I had to take a break because I might have to change where I shoot, only because of my schedule now for I have another gig coming up. So, um, Daddy Issues is great. Thank you, Tanya. You are on there all the time. I think you're on Keon's Patreon too, aren't you? You always comment though. I appreciate that. Um, yeah. So I might have to like just um take a moment to do See My Society when we come back from the break and just do them all a bunch at one time because my schedule's about to get really crazy. So, which is a good thing. It's a good, super blessing, super blessings. I'm very thankful that I'm so thankful. I haven't had to. I don't. I'm trying not to cry out here. Hold on, you guys made me really emotional. Honey, everyone. Hey, how you doing? I was gonna say I haven't had to work. I haven't had to look for a job in 5 years, and it was really dope. And you know, it's crazy because when I look back at things, damn, that really hit me. Damn it, I didn't think it was gonna come out of nowhere. When I really look back at things, telling you guys a little bit about the background. It really finding a job in writing is really hard in the LA industry. Anyways, it's really tough. It's a lot, and it can get you can get really down and all that good stuff. And yeah, I'm just super blessed that somebody calls me to work. When I remember a time where I had to go clock in every day, and I felt there's nothing wrong with the job. When I worked at UPS, it was so soul sucking, and the people didn't give a fuck about you, and that's a job that if you die, they have somebody replace you tomorrow. You know what I mean? So sorry, guys, that was quick. I came out of nowhere. So, uh, I really appreciate. And I mean, it might be one of those things that it comes again from just being homeless, man. Like I'm just really thankful of everything, and I look at my life every night, and I see my daughter, and I see my wife, and I get up and get to go do what I want to do, and it's a crazy blessing. And I think about all the years that I've been doing stand up since '04. So I think about all the years that I got to, um, you know, go through some shit. And yeah, man, I have like I think I have like real happiness. And I'm like super thankful for having real happiness. I actually really know what happiness is. Um, so, it's really cool. Anyways, all this is supposed to talk about Will Smith's book. So I was talking about Will Smith's book. And for me, man, for someone that I really like, super role model growing up. One of the things I think that when he got older in his book, thank you, Kwame. I know, man. You look back at some things and you go like, "Yo, thank God for delivering me out of stuff and being in a position." And the good thing is, I'm not even where I want to be yet. You know what I mean? And I love where I'm at, so that's really good. I know how you feel. I was homeless and now I work for myself with two businesses. So God bless. Come on, Tanya. I work for me. No, man. No, man. I work for me. No, it's a super blessing. And Will's book showing like a lot of growing up, a lot of maturity, and it's super dope to see somebody that you admire growing up, going through the stuff that they did to themselves. A lot of it is stuff that we do is self-inflicted, right? We do a lot of self-inflicted harm. Not sometimes not even intentional, it's just that and a lot of it for Will in his book, he talks about his ego. Mine was just taking shortcuts. I just try to take a shortcut all the time. I just like, I don't have to do all that work. I'm going to do this. I don't have to do all that work. I'm going to do that. And it never worked out. Never, ever worked out for me to take a shortcut. So Will's book talks so much about his man, the very beginning of his childhood. He even talks about domestic abuse with his father, goes into, rapping in the Fresh Prince and him, Jazzy Jeff. It's a great story. And so many lessons that Will kind of just gems that he gives you along the way. And I really needed something like it at the time because I felt like, you ever get in your life and you kind of like, yo, what's next? Or you feel stagnant and, you're trying to like, there's more, there's a bigger goal, but some things just don't happen for you at the time. And hearing like, success stories. That's why I listen to a lot of audiobooks of like, what do you call it? Not, I guess, the personal development, self-help books, I guess, if you will. But I listen to a lot of these books because hearing my mind will tell me negative thoughts a lot. I get a lot of negative thoughts saying I go, that's stupid right now. So the reason why I even got on YouTube live with you guys, because I never do. I never want to go live. For one, I go like, oh, I'm gonna have one or nobody in here, and there's 10 of you in here, and I super appreciate that. Like that's crazy to me that 10 people have actually hopped in here. Like, what are you guys doing? Go do some shit you'd rather be doing. So I super like grateful you guys are in here. But in this book, he talks about Quincy Jones and the Fresh Prince and how that got started. And I think he even talks about it on YouTube. So you can check it out. He has a whole story about it. But he said Quincy Jones just kept yelling, "No paralysis by analysis. No paralysis by analysis." And I always think to myself, I should do this. I should do that. Like like even the way you guys respond to me right now. So my mind, I was like, I really want to talk about this thing. I should go live. And I was like, that's stupid. Nobody gives a fuck. No one cares. Who's gonna tune in? And I said, yo, no paralysis by analysis. Just fucking do it. Just go do it. And let the people decide. And you guys pulled up, man. And you guys pulled up, man. And that's crazy to me. That's crazy. I really appreciate it. You probably, I need merch. I need merch, Tanya. Like, what? I don't know what to do. I go like, what the fuck am I gonna do? Put a fucking C minus on the shirt? Like, I don't have a good idea for a. I haven't thought of anything that I go like, that's a dope shirt. Like, I see DC's fucking prove it. I get pissed. I'm like, that's clever. I see Keon's I don't care. And I go, that's clever. Everything Tony has, I go, that's clever. And I'm going like, I'm just gonna put a C minus and tell somebody to buy it. Like, that's not that clever. But if I get something, if you guys have ideas, man, I'll do it. I'm down. I'm down. That's not stupid. I understand what you're saying, and I'm off from work. I ain't doing this. I'm glad. I'm glad, man. Thank you for pulling up. Thank you guys for hopping in. It's been 20 minutes, and you guys are still here, so that's great. But yeah, so in Will's book, like a lot of that was huge. Like that was the thing that kept ringing out to me is that I stopped myself from doing so many things because I talk myself out of it all the time. I talk myself out of doing really, really dope, productive, fun things that I want to do because I think it's stupid. And it's just negative thoughts that talk to you at times, right? So it's why, and I don't know, it could be from who knows? I don't know where it comes. I don't know if it's an innate thing. Does everybody have a negative thought for something that they want to do? Because some things like stand up, when I first started, I was like, oh man, I'm in. Like I wasted no time. I couldn't wait. I love doing it. But something like going live, which is way easier, I go like, nobody gives a shit. Who cares? I'm like, why would you do this? So for me, man, listen to a lot of like self-help books, a lot of books was like it have something constantly positive, motivational, inspirational, informative in my ear almost 24/7. Really change how I look at things because now I'm able to recognize a negative thought and I go, hey man, what are you doing in here? Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here, that stupid. Yeah, who let you in? There's a bouncer, up in my brain, like, yeah, you can go. He's looking at some chick, you can go. I'm like, what are you doing, bro? You're supposed to keep all these negative thoughts out. So, uh, no analysis. I'm sorry, no paralysis by analysis. Writers are overthinkers. That is very true. Uh, and I don't know if I always had that problem with doing stand up. Stand up, I'll just say that anything that comes to my mind. You guys have known me. If you watch this, you know me. I'll say the first thing that comes to my mind because it's usually what's funny to me. It doesn't mean I believe that. I say on daddy issues so much. There was another thing we talked about. I say on daddy issues, kill them. I'll beat up a girl, like fuck them up. Kick my like. I say ridiculous shit, and then people go like, what's wrong with him? Why is he saying that? And then I'm like, well, I'm joking. They're like, you're not authentic. I'm like, what? Like, I'm fucking joking. You know what I mean? You're gonna hurt yourself right now, big dog. You're not gonna hurt yourself right now. Trey Trucker, what are you talking about? What did that come from? No, I'm not gonna hurt myself. What? If I just started punching myself? What are you talking about? What? No, I'm not gonna hurt myself. I'm just talking. I'm just saying my thoughts in the head. You're hilarious for that. I guess, man. I don't know. I guess some people go live and commit suicide. We don't have to worry about that. I really, genuinely love my life, guys. We're good here. I promise you. Hey, man, you gotta at least go back and catch up. What do you mean? I don't know what you call that's talking about, but hurt myself. Like, nah, we good. At least read the comments first. If you're gonna hop into live in 20 minutes and read the comments first, at least catch up and see what we talking about before you just go right to suicide. But I appreciate you being concerned. I do. I really appreciate it. We're good though. So yeah, yeah, a lot of that was, Will's book, No Paralysis by Analysis, really meant something to me. That really stuck with me about just do something, bro. You want to do it, and all the other ideas that I have, I'm like, just go develop it. It's all good, Trey. I'm just fucking with you. It's all good. I'm just like, yo, go do it. Just like, get it, go get it out your system, write it, develop it, and it might turn out dope. You never know. But if you sit on something, you'll never know if it's dope or not. If you sit on a good idea, Craig Wayans, God bless that guy, said something really, really dope. He told me that, and I'm gonna fuck it up, but he told me that um, some of the best ideas were somebody else's bad ideas. Somebody's best ideas, some of the best ideas were somebody else's bad ideas, or somebody said that those were bad ideas. And he was just explaining to me, this is on See My Society. He was explaining to me that, somebody would be like, I got this great idea, and somebody would go, that's stupid. And then you might go, well, that's stupid. And that stupid idea could be the next Oscar movie. It could be the next whatever. I go in TV world. So, it could be the next dope thing, the next iPhone, the next, whatever. Um, so it's like, um, it's really important to, I think, like push out I don't think God gives you. I don't know. I'm saying this because I've never dealt with a real clinical depression. I've been down at times, but I never met with a real depression. I don't think God gives you ideas in your head to laugh at you that you can't do. I don't think He does that. Everything I see in my head, I go, you can do that. You can do that, bro. You can do those things. When I see Elon Musk trying to go to Mars, I go like, hey man, you can do those things. Like there's nothing that's that outside the box that you can't at least attempt to start doing and go to. So I don't think God gives you ideas that you can't obtain. So stop calling it stupid. Don't call your ideas dumb. Don't call your ideas dumb. What I would love to see though is I would love to see if I have an idea. This is what I don't like. I don't like when somebody has a good any idea, and then there's people who tell you why that won't work. Like, you could do that, but man, because no, 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 because of this, because of that. I'd rather people go, yo, how can I help you? What are the ways I can help you do it? How many ways can I say, hey, cool? Oh, like when I wanted to be a comedian, yo, in Michigan, and everybody was like, that's dumb. That's not how you gonna do that. Just wait for GM to open up. Real job. No one ever said. I know only one person told me about a Second City Theater in Chicago. That's why I went to Chicago. But man, way more people told me that's stupid. That's never gonna work. And it's not because they don't love you. I think people literally think they have your best interest at heart. They just can't fathom. I mean, they can't see your mind. They can't see what God put there for. They can't see the blessings and the gems. And when I say God, by the way, um, I believe every religion is right. I don't believe there's a wrong religion. I say God because that's what I'm comfortable with. But also within God, I do believe for people that the universe, energy, vibrations, all that good stuff, I encompass all that together. I use the term God. That's my term. Okay. So when I think that God puts these things here for you, that they're for you, and that God want to just put some there to laugh at you and make fun of you. I'm gonna read you guys' comments as I go along. I'm very, very random also. So this actually helps. I can go in a comment and just go back to Randy. When I used to do stand up a lot, this happened all the time. I'm like, yeah, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Damn, what was I saying? Oh yeah, burgers. I don't know, whatever. Okay, anyways, I see negative thoughts as the line beyond which my brain cannot support my decision. So it's giving me the flag. Sometimes I write them down, analyze them. They're usually in my best interest. That's crazy, Kwame. I see negative thoughts as the line beyond which my brain cannot support my decision. Which your brain cannot support your decisions. Give me the flag. Your brain. Got you. Sometimes I write them down and analyze them. Now, is it a brain versus heart thing? Is it like my heart says I can do it, but my brain says this, 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 and this? Because your brain is analytical. Your brain's gonna be like, we can do that. Now, if we're gonna get it done, you have to do this, 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 and this. And then I go, that's too much fucking work. I don't want to do all that. But going live is so easy. I click a button and we're here. Chaz being motivational on here, not talking crazy. Oh, thank you, thank you. I try. I hope. Am I motivational? You guys, does it motivate you? I hope it does, man. I want people to be so inspired. I want people to believe how much power, energy you have. Like people are so powerful, and we stop ourselves before we even begin to see the beginning of what we can do. Like we really, really, it's crazy. We really stop ourselves from seeing how powerful we can be. We talk ourselves out of super dopeness. I've seen it, man. I've seen my parents do it. I've seen family members talk themselves out of being super dope. I know my dad was a really talented artist. My dad wanted to draw comic books and stuff like that. And my dad um He stopped doing it because he went to the army. He was going to a art school in Michigan, I think, and then he stopped going because he ran out of money, and he joined the army. And he met my mom, and they had me and my brother. And so after that, he got his job at the post office. And he worked there for a long time, like 30, 40 years, something like that. My dad working at the post office was my biggest inspiration to do stand up, to like not get a regular job, because I would ask him every day how was work, and he'd be like, "Work sucks, work sucks." Work sucks. But then he also just wanted me to go get a job and have a family, because that's what you did when you were born in the '60s, right? You got a job, you had a family. Um, and all that stuff. But I saw that he wasn't ever happy. And then you would see my dad's drawing and you see his writing. I'm like, oh, there's so much in you. Like there was like when I look at a Stan Lee, and a lot of this was original. And I'm like, when I look at a Stan Lee, I'm like, the only difference between a Stan Lee and my dad is that my dad stopped. Like he stopped. And most people I see, the only difference is that they stop. That's why even homeless or not, I was not going to stop, because I was like, that's how people quit. You quit on yourself. You cannot stop. You have to keep going. And I think God, like, those guys make fun of me a lot for not doing stand up anymore. But it's not because I don't love stand up. I don't want to do stand up. I'm just listening. God opened a door for writing. When I wasn't making money in entertainment, I started making money writing, and I go follow the money. God's leading you to a career. So now I've done stand up for 10 plus years. Now I can write a whole show from scratch. I can produce a whole show from scratch. I have a whole nother asset of ability. I don't know if I did that makes it a whole asset of ability, But I was like, I have two things that I'm an expert in. I am an expert in stand up. I just haven't done it in a long time. It's been a minute. But if I got back out there, it'd be pretty dope. But also now I can break down a script. I can break down a show. And producing a show, that's from the money side and from the creative side. I can do both now. And I'm like, I want to have that. If did one show and went back to stand up, I would lose an entire business model that Bentley Evans, God bless that man, created, that I got to see and learn the deals and learn money. I got to learn the business of TV production inside and out, from the beginning to end, from the beginning of an idea to the end of it being on television. I got to learn that. So for me to go do stand up, I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Plus, I have my daughter. It just doesn't make any sense for me to stop doing it when I'm learning a whole nother thing. And I know stand up would be there. You know what I mean? So that's why I haven't gone back. I seen that. Yeah, yeah. Test me motivation here. Course, your story is inspirational. Oh, cool. Well, thank you. No cap. Chaz, my pop's been a Kroger almost 30 years and hates it. I'm trying to be saying, don't, KB, don't. You can use a regular job. I used UPS. I tell people that all the time. My favorite job I ever had was at the Flyway. Outside of what I'm doing now, was at the Flyway. It was just a dope place that people were great to me, and I loved them, and I still love them. I still talk to them all the time. I didn't plan on staying there, but I got a chance to use a day job to build something, and I'm like very fortunate. I'm so thankful that. But I'm like, God, don't put you in bad places, bro. If you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, God's never put me in a bad place. He doesn't put people around me. He doesn't want me around. I have nothing but good people. And if you're a source of negativity to me, I'm out. That's why they made fun of me for leaving the group chat twice. I left the group chat twice because they became the only source of negativity that I had. And I was like, I don't need this shit. When we're in person, it's great. In the group chat, it's awful. I would love to do a show just about our group chat. I gotta figure that out. Well, I wish your dad could have followed his dreams. Me too. Me too. And I was thinking about maybe one day that me and my pops can work on something together, and hopefully, we can create. I mean, he's not dead. He's still around, and he's still young and strong. He thinks he's about to be 60 in a couple of years, maybe something like that. I think he's, oh, my dad, 58, maybe. I feel like a proud cousin when your producer credit pops up. Miss McCabe, that's what I'm talking about. I haven't seen Partners in Rhyme yet. You believe it? But everything happens for a reason. He walked so you could run. Honey Ray Amour. Honey Ray Amour. I think about that all the time. I'm so thankful about my parents. My parents grew up really poor. My dad grew up country poor. My mom grew up city poor. My mom's from Cleveland, Ohio. My dad's from Richmond. And my mom's from that shit in Cleveland, Ohio. My mom grew up in, I think it was Garfield Heights. When I came around, my grandmother was living off of St. Clair, and then 142nd and Kinsman, which, if you know anything about Cleveland, is at Google Map 142nd and Kinsman. And you're going to see, yeah, they grew up in that shit. And that was back in the 80s, So Watch a Bone Thugs video and you'll see what they grew up in. And my mom and dad worked so hard. They sacrificed not only this is what I realized about a lot of families, a lot of couples. My parents got together in the army, as I said, and now that I'm 36 and I look at things differently, I think it was one of the, I shouldn't be saying any of this. I shouldn't be saying any of this. But I think it was one of those things that they got together really fast and they had some kids really fast and they tried to make it work, And I think they tried really, really hard to make it work. And I think there was probably a time where they were friends, and I don't think they ever lost their friendship, but I think they lost their love relationship over time. And I think it just kept deteriorating over time. So but they sacrificed a lot of happiness to keep a family because my mom and dad, neither one of them had both parents in the house. Neither one of them. And I think they really, really knew that that wasn't an option to not have both people in the house the whole time. So I think that, and they were, they argued at times for sure, and they always got along for the most part. But there was a big difference between when I was a kid and I used to see them argue to when I got older and see them argue, and the arguments changed. The arguments weren't really about money and time anymore. It was about different things, And so when I started seeing them, what I think as growing apart, I really realized that your parents give up more than just their time to earn money. Is that a lot of times that marriage is hard. It's tough, man. Like if people are married, you have those ups and downs, and there's times you can re-fall in love with people. And then sometimes time just gets away from you. You guys get busy, and it happens. It's just tough at times. Hopefully rewarding, but it's tough at times. So, and my thought was just that to be able to sacrifice because they're divorced now. They were married for 30 years and they got divorced. When it was just them two, I think it was just a thing that they looked up and they were like, yo, yeah, and they just split. So 30 years is a long time to be married to somebody. It's a whole long time to be married to somebody. So, you know, when I think about both of them sacrificing happiness, let alone money and their time, because having a 3-year-old, I realized my time is never mine anymore. This is it. Hanging out with you guys is the most time I get. I go home, I sit in my car, play a couple games of chess, and then I realize my time doesn't belong to me anymore. I got to go do stuff for the family now. All right. Like once you go back home and inside that house, your time is no longer yours. So I take all the time I can outside before I go back inside the house. But yeah, but no, our parents, man, they sacrifice so much, man. How do you feel about Craig Wayne's being the people's favorite from Daddy Issues? I love Craig. So here's how I met Craig, which we talked about in My Society. Marlon Wayans had a app, kind of like Kevin Hart's LOL, called What the Funny back in 2014, maybe. And I was just trying to like go. I was like, yeah, I think I just got fired from UPS, so I was trying to go all the time, and so Craig had started this podcast with Tony and DC. DC was the one really politicking for me to get there to help write sketches and stuff like that, because I was already doing it. I had did the CBS Diversity Showcase. I had worked on this show called The Izzy Show, which I don't know whatever happened to. It was supposed to go Nickelodeon, never did. And so he was really politicking for me to get there. So when I got there, I would just sit there all day, made no money, and I just sat there and I would try to pitch to ideas to Mitch Marchand, pitch some ideas to Marlon and Omar Epps, because Omar Epps and Marlon and Mitch all grew up together, they're best friends, which is super dope. What a power, what a power trio. Um, and so for Craig, for me, Craig, man, he didn't waste any time making me feel like family. Zero. It wasn't a let me check this kid out. It wasn't any of this. It was it was like he was just I just couldn't believe how open and giving Craig was, and he's still like that. He's still like that. Craig is honestly, damn it, I hate saying this. He's one of the sweetest people I know. He's one of the sweetest people I know. So I get why Craig is people's. Craig's got great skin. He's got a great fucking hairline. He's got great teeth. Comes from a great family. So for me, I fucking hate Craig. And people like he's a family, but I get it. I get it. Craig is great. Like just a good dude. I can call Craig anytime. He's always gonna answer, and I'm a fucking nobody, and I appreciate that from him because he gets to do dope stuff all the time, and I'm really thankful that thankful to DC and for Tony and for Marlon from all them gets to like bring me in. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate it. Thanks for sharing. I can really relate to honey Ray Amor. I'm 37, have been married for 17 years. It's not easy. No, it is not. Shout out to you and shout out to yo. Me and yo. Is that shout out to you and yo? Shout out to you and yo. Shout out to yo for pushing through. Yeah, her name is Giovanna. So we call her Yo. To my Yo Yo. What is this? Vask Tech. Is somebody spamming me? And Gilmore? Vask Tech? Is that we get spammed? Get spammed with 11 people? I have like 11,000 people start getting spammed. That's right, Tanya. I'm your favorite. Damn right. I try to hold you down in comments with them Craig fans. They deep, bro. Hey, kid. Hey, bro. Hey, you be with me. I appreciate you, man. But I get the Craig fanatics. I'm a Craig fan, bro. Like Craig is one of my favorite people, period. So I need to hang out with him more. I don't hang out with him a lot outside, but I wish I did. Tanya, I'm your favorite. Yeah, damn right. Thank you, Tanya. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Can't let me know on the live favorite that we don't take that in. Y'all hilarious, man. Y'all funny. I love that. I love that. I'm really a fan of live now. I thought it was gonna be really, really dumb, and I thought it was just gonna be me talking to me. But you guys really pulled up, man. I really super appreciate that. That's crazy that you guys sat in here with me for 40 minutes. You could have watched the whole episode of ER. I don't know what people watch now. How old is that show? You could have watched the whole episode of ER by now. What am I talking about? What do people watch? How to Get Away with Murder? Come on, Verbal Cardio. I probably could if I asked Tony, but I talk a lot. Tony shoots Verbal Cardio after Daddy Issues. I talk way too much to be a guest on some. I literally talked here for 41 minutes straight, hardly taking a breath. I talk way too much, and my mind just goes so fast. I'm sure by the time we finish Daddy, it's just Tony's sick of my voice. I'm sure he's sick of my voice. I don't know. What's a good time for you? I'll come back, man. I'll do another live. What's a good time for you? What time's a good time for you guys to meet up? What's a good live time? What's a good I don't know your guys' schedule. I know Kid Clips in Michigan. Yep. I don't know. I know you guys are all from different places, but I'd love to we can do this every day. Shit. We can do this every day. We can hop on here and just chat every day. I don't care. Yo, I'm 10. Yo, see no Ruski? You October 1st? Oh, you October 1st, baby? You're exactly here behind me. October 1st and it's peace. Know what I'm saying? You're a great person. You're a great person. C note, Brewski. You sound like a gambling alcoholic, but I'm with you. C note, Brewski. Tiny Arm, Florida. All right, so you guys on that Eastern time, like I used to be. Once upon a time. Nah, hey, I'm seriously asking. When's a good time to live? We can run this shit back. Um, I appreciate you, man. Kid Cliff, I appreciate you, bro. Yeah, I don't know. My schedule is really, really open. I get a chance to kind of, unless I have a meeting tomorrow at 10 or 11. So, I don't know. I don't know. Like people work and they have jobs, and it's got to be hard to hop on someone's live. And I guess you can always do the replay, right? If you just really want to watch it. But I want y'all in here. I want you in here typing and talking back with me. Like, that's dope. Arkansas, I show up on the analytics as other. Arkansas don't count as a state on the analytics. Is that why? Is that for real? Are you serious, Miss McKeever? That's crazy. You gotta tell you two to respect y'all. Whenever my husband, October 3rd. That's what's up, Libra husband. That's probably why I like you. Come on. Evenings East Coast time after 5. Y'all after 5? Hey, we'll chat every day after 5. Midday. Midday as 2, 3, 4. Tanya's and what you say you're in Florida, right? So that works for me. I guess that's like 6. No, that doesn't work for me. It'll be 3 for me. I don't know. I gotta do the math. I don't like you guys adding in front of you. I'm terrible at math. I work at a swimming pool company in Canton. My schedule pretty over too, brother. If you work in a swimming pool company, I hope it's indoors because in Michigan, you're not doing any work right now. You off for 6 months. You off for 6 months. Yeah, I'm gonna work on some merch ideas. I don't know. I'll think of on something. I don't know. I really put a whole lot of thought in there. It's weird. This was weird to me. It's weird to be like, hey guys, you like me? Buy my shit. Hey, you guys, buy it now. But do watch Millennials. It's on All Black Network. That's weird to me to just be like, yeah, you guys like it, buy this thing. But I understand you guys want to be supportive, and it's super appreciated, man. When y'all take that issues on the road for the drive, you guys get the show. Yeah, we just been talking about. All right, man. I was supposed to do it way back in July. Serain passed, my man Nick passed, my man Fu passed, and then I shot Millennials for 2 months. And I haven't even thought about it honestly until they brought it up again yesterday. I haven't even thought about doing another show. And now I'm about to go back to work on another show. So yeah, I mean I just don't have the time to take the charge on it, but hopefully that somebody else will. I'll tell you guys something real quick, man. Losing losing Serain was I had known Serain since he was like 7 or 8. Um and me and Tony were roommates, so I got to spend a lot of time with him. I got to hire him for the shows that we were working on, and of course, I cried every day for a long time, for months, but and nothing, of course, compared to what Tony went through, is going through. But you know, losing some rain just really, really took me out. Because even right now, I was just telling this to my man Oren, who's a producer of Millennials. I was just telling this to my man Oren that I feel broken. I feel like really just kind of broken. Like I used to be like really about getting up in the morning and going to go ride and push, 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 and I wasn't sleeping a lot. I had this whole eye issue. My eye was just like red, and and I had to wear the sunglasses. If you guys have daddy issues, I've talked about that. And then it was, and then when Nick passed, you know, it just really made me. I just spent more time with my daughter. I just didn't want to work anymore. I just only wanted to hang out with Izzy and my mom. And my mom lives with me now. I got a chance to move her out with me. So, and then I wanted to make sure that me and my wife were good, because I wanted to make sure that like if anything ever does happen, that they know I chose them over work, and that I chose them over everything. Um, because you only get like I've noticed, man, when everybody passed those three in a row like that, everybody posts their last clips. I mean, their last texts, and everybody posts the last things that they said to them. It's like the last thing that you remember, and you still look at it. I still look at my text from Nick and from Serene. My last text to Nick is I caught you back. And I really wish that I answered that call, because I never got the chance to call him back. So, answer those calls. You know what I mean? If you're busy, man, just at least text somebody back that you're busy and that you call them right back. That you love them. Just tell them that. That's it. Tell them that you call them right back and you love them. So, I haven't really worked hard since like, we were at Millennials and I wasn't really in it. And that was like September, Octoberish. And then I never really got back to myself. But I still don't really feel 100% back. I just don't really want to work. I just don't want to push. And you have to, you got to push on. But that same motivation that I felt to like be dominant and like take over and all that stuff that I felt, man, I don't feel none of that, man. I don't feel none of that. I don't feel any of that stuff. Every time somebody hits me about some homework, I'm like, all right, like this is what I do, but I don't feel like it's me anymore. So I've been trying to find like my motivation again. A lot of it's trying to find my own motivation, to try to find my own, I don't know, essence of like what made me like push. Like I'm not an angry person, so I couldn't use like people have that chip on their shoulder, like I'll show them all. Like I don't have that in me. It's all been about like make your dreams come true. It's on you. It's on you. Um, but lately, man, it's just been like, hey, man, like you're working, like yeah. I mean, me and Izzy been going to the park every day. It's been like really cool to spend that time with them. But then my hunger to do much and to take over has been like gone. And it's like that's why it's crazy what Tony's doing, even going on tour and like being able to go out and make people laugh. I Man, that dude is so strong, man. And I know he wish he didn't have to be strong, but I'm sure he traded all, of course, for Serene without a doubt. I would too. Um, But just see what he's doing, man. It's insane to see him be that strong and still go give himself to people, but he doesn't have much to give to himself. You know, like Tony's got some true strength going on, and I'm pretty sure it's just the comedy alone. Like, yo, for us, comedy is everything. Like, it means so much. So when I'm feeling bad, when I feel down, I usually laugh at whatever bad thing is happening. I'm able to laugh at. I got in a car accident twice and laughed. Wow, mid car accident. One time I was with Keenan, it was hilarious, and the other time by myself, and I just laugh afterwards. And most things that are bad, when I was in jail, I laugh. Like most things that are bad, run out of gas, I laugh. I laugh at most things that are bad because maybe it's just the way I cope. But yeah, I thank God for giving me this ability to laugh at something bad, because it makes me feel good that I can laugh at it because I know it's not that bad. But when Serene passed, man, it was hard to laugh. It was hard to laugh, and when Nick passed, and I see Nick's daughter, and you just wish you did so much other stuff. It's like it's that, man. It's like so it's a good reminder also, man, to make those calls. Like I try to call and tell people I love them all the time, and I try to make it a rule that if I'm thinking of you, I'm gonna call you. I want to think of you and just do it when I'm thinking of it. You know, and not wait till it's too late because you don't ever know. But it also makes you like really think about you know I'm never I joke about suicide, I joke about death, I joke about it all the time because I know it's a real thing and it's coming. I don't believe you speak power into I don't believe that what you say, or was it like you speak words have power? I believe actions have power, but I use words all the time. Like I manipulate words all the time. I'm sorry, Kwame. Like I use words all the time when I'm writing or telling jokes. Like so words don't have that same power for me because I make dark jokes. I make light jokes. The first shows I ever worked on were like super, family shows. So I worked on a kids show, and then I can do dark stuff. So it wasn't like words have power to me. I go like actions to me have power because I pimp words. Is what I is what I do. I make words work for me. So but even when I drive home, man, I just think like I call my family before I'm leaving and I'd say, I'm on my way, I love you, and I try to tell them because if I'm on my way and I don't see him again, I don't, I want them to know, like, the last thing he said was he's on his way and I love you, right? So I just always wanted to be a thing that, you know, it's never a question. It's never in question did he ever care about me? Did he ever love me? I want my actions to support what I do. I want to do it. I want to show you. I want to be about it. And that's what I've been focusing on, I guess, for the last man, maybe shit. I guess the rain's been on about it's August 3rd. What are we in? December? I don't know the month. So damn, I'm 4 months, man. That's crazy. It's crazy. So yeah. I don't know if I answered your question. How I've been doing. I always think about how am I doing? I'm great compared to Tony. Like I'm great. I'm down. I'm sad at times. Sometimes it hurts, of course. But compared to Cherie and to Tony, I'm doing very, very insanely good. It's one of those things where I always want to like you know post how happy I am and how blessed I am, but I don't ever want Tony to see that, and he can't share that same joy. So instead of posting like, "Oh, I'm so thank God," that's it's not that I should have to post anyways, but like, and I don't post a lot anyways. I just tell Tony I love him instead of I just text him like, "Love you, bro," instead of like texting like you know something else or posting something else because I don't want him to see that and not feel joy and feel happiness. I just always want him to know that he's loved. And my thought was like when somebody passes, one of my best friends, his father passed. My man Jazz, who is a writer for BMF, Jasmine Brown. He's a writer for BMF 50 Show. I've known that man since he was since we were in third grade. It's my best buddy. We were 8, and then we both went to Hollywood and did some things. So it was cool. Two Lansing kids, out here. So, anyways, when his dad died years ago, probably somewhere in 2008ish, 9ish, something like that. I called my dad and I was like, "Man, we're going to his funeral, his dad's funeral. Like, what should I say? What should I do?" And my dad said, "Just be there." He said, "All you got to do is be. You don't have to say nothing because nothing you're gonna say is gonna make a difference. Nothing you're gonna do is gonna make a difference. Just be there." just be there, you know. And that's what I did. And so, years later, when Serene passed for Tony, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be I'm gonna be so there that I'm everywhere. I'm gonna be the most there person ever, So I was gonna make sure that Tony knew without a doubt that you're loved, and you can never replace the hole that's in Tony's heart. But my thought was like, if we love Tony enough, often enough, all the time, hard enough, we can just start making that hole in his heart a little smaller, a little smaller, a little smaller. And I think that was more the goal, was to just make it a little smaller. We're never gonna replace what he got from Serene, ever, 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 ever. But if we can just love him, love him, love him, and make that hole a little smaller, like that's kind of the goal, you know. So that's what I'm hoping happens. So if you find somebody who passed, which we really got to see how common it is. I think that's one thing I did notice when Serene passed, was how many people related to Tony, how many people have lost their children that I never thought of. It's I don't know why you don't think about it, because it's probably the worst thing that can ever happen to you. Is that you lose your kids. So, but the amount of people that came to Tony's side who had the same experience and how they got through it, and the loss. It's crazy what brings people together. For some reason, tragedy brings people together. It's awful, way more than good things. Good things happen, but like woo, but tragedy, man, you'll come across the country to see somebody. So birth and death. People move. People go across the country for birth and death. It's the best and worst things that happen. So how am I doing with all? I'm fine. Normal emotion stuff. I'm great. Tell your people you love them more often. Tell them all the time, as much as you can. Don't ever let people doubt. Even if you argue with somebody, if you argue with somebody, argue with them, cuss them out, but at the end, tell them you love them. Well, fuck you, you piece of shit. I love you, you dick. Do all that good stuff. Give them the most loving cuss out. I love you, fucking asshole. You piece of shit. Yeah, I love you. Give them all that good loving within it. And at least at the end they'll be like, he cussed me the fuck out, but he love me though. That's for sure gonna happen. He definitely loves me. Chaz me from the high five state. I must represent. You know what I'm talking about? You're a good dude with the heart and hell up. Well, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Adamata. We need a DC question, light in the mood. I know these onions get the best of me. There's no onions around. I know, man. My bad. I didn't know it was gonna turn like that, guys. I'm sorry. I didn't know. I didn't. You got me twice to tear up in here. That was quick. This is it. We're not doing this again. I'm not doing this with you guys. Be out here crying every day. I'm not doing this with you guys. Goddamn feelings. Anyways, I gotta go see my daughter. It's about to be 6:30 here, and I've ignored every call from her, so I can talk to you guys. But man, I appreciate you guys. Man, hanging out with me for 57 minutes. You guys took a whole hour with me. I appreciate that, man. So look, tomorrow, I think Daddy Issues airs, and me and Dion's podcast airs. There's a lot of me tomorrow. If you guys had enough of me like that's a lot of Chaz you guys about to get. That's a lot. I think me and Dion did an hour and a half, and I think we did damn near 2 hours on that issue. So you guys gonna get like 6 whole hours of me, man. You guys gotta be. You're gonna hear my voice. It's like, just shut the fuck up, Chad. I'm not listening to this shit. Shut the fuck up. You might have watch this shit on Sunday or something like that. Give yourself a Chaz break for a few days. Anyways, man. Hey, thank you guys, man. Thank you guys for I'm glad we did it. I'm glad we hung out, and yeah, man, I might tap back in tomorrow, man. All right. You guys have a good one, man. You guys stay blessed. I love you guys. Love you all. Love you all very much. Man, go hug and kiss your families, man. And have a great night, everybody. I'll see you guys. Mignana. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. I'm out of here, Denny Glenn. Hilarious. I'm out of here. Oro, a peace. Sino Brewski, peace. Kid Clip, peace. I don't know. Can you scroll up? My name's like, what's his name? Miss Makiba, peace. Tanya R, peace. Honey Re Amor, peace. And Gilmore, I think it was still spam. I'm sorry, I'm trying to go back up all the way to the top. Trey Tucker, if you're still in here, peace. You guys are leaving. All right. Everybody's leaving already. And it's Zazette Carrie, peace. All right, peace, y'all.